A lot has happened since June of 2009. And Thomas has been responsible for much of it. Tonight we're gathered because he's our common denominator. And our common denominator is that we all love Thomas. We are, as a people, more cohesive. We found our voices somehow after 2009. And I hear Thomas's voice speaking out very loudly and helping us do that. We found some unity in our diversity, and we matured as a community. Thank you, Thomas Anable. Like all of you, I have been through a gamut of emotions. I've been on an emotional roller coaster. I think what is important for Thomas is we focus on his life and we celebrate who he was and who he is and who he will always be in our hearts and our minds.
He accomplished a lot. It's been written about, it's been talked about. But I got to thinking, the real question is, why? Why did he do that? He was here when the raid occurred. With other people, he could have done what some did and retreat and never to be seen again, or to be angry for a moment and then to have that anger dissipate. He didn't do that. He joined the fight. And I can't know for sure why he did that, but I think he did that for some of the reasons that you and I have. When he saw what he did, when he felt what he did that night, it may have brought back memories that you have still today. And not only did he begin on that road, but he fast realized that he had assets which would not only allow him to walk on that road, but to accomplish what he did. And make no mistake, what he did. Not we did, he did.
When I lost Tom, not only did I lose a close friend, but I lost a fellow troublemaker, I guess. Sure, Tom was an activist, a community leader, and a pillar of this community, yada, 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 but he was also something else. He was my friend. The Tom that I saw on the news or the Dallas Voice, God knows how many times. I lost count at like 132, I think. He was always in the Dallas Voice. Or HRC Tom, that wasn't my Tom. Tom was charming and charismatic and funny. God, was he funny. You couldn't mistake that devilish cackle from across a room or even a crowded bar. And most of our inside jokes may be a little morbid or rude or sexual or offensive or even mean sometimes, but most importantly, they were funny. He and I use sense of humor as a defense mechanism and as a way to cope with stressful times. Tom had this weird ability to sense when something was wrong with me, when no one else could, would offer to take me out for a few drinks, and I use the term few liberally here. And by the end of the night, I'd forgotten why I was upset, along with my address and the ability to use English. And when I was summoned, I guess, I was always returning that favor for him. See, when Tom wanted to see me for dinner or a late swim over scotch, I was summoned and not asked. Tom never asked for anything. And I miss those summonings. I miss hearing that high-pitched imitation of the squealing pig that he used to do. I miss getting slapped. Hard, mind you, really hard, the back of the head and being called bitch. I miss late-night text messages cussing me for letting him drink that much Jack Daniels. And I miss being told where I would be meeting him and how to dress an hour before I was supposed to be there. It didn't matter if I had plans or not. And I miss having to yell at him about certain tipping habits. But most importantly, I miss Tom. I will always have personal times we shared together when he wasn't trying to save the world. But most importantly, I will always have his humor. Thank you.
When you live through a life-changing experience together, you share a bond unlike few others. Watching Tom on screen in Raid of the Rainbow Lounge, the documentary, as he becomes emotional while recalling what was taken from him that awful, awful night, makes me cry every single time, even in the trailer. But I also took comfort in knowing that while something important was taken from Tom that night, something even more important was given to me. And it was Tom himself. It didn't surprise me to learn that Tom's favorite song was Frank Sinatra's My Way. If any phrase personified him more, I certainly couldn't tell you. Tom lived his life his way. He transformed what Mayor Moncrief called the Fort Worth way into his way. And he even left this world his way. Our way, unfortunately, is far more difficult. Our way comes with the challenge of finding meaning in the darkness, continuing a legacy that few could live up to, and bringing hope and inspiration to a new generation of activists, allies, and leaders.
The end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friends, I'll say it clear. I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway and more, much more than this. I did it my way. Think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. Oh no, not me. I did it my way. For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not to say the things he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. The record shows I took the blow.